Almost every day here in the Dáil we talk about housing targets. Today, in one leading newspaper article, it stated that this government will be 13,000 homes behind in targets by 2027. You set yourselves last November. This is one crisis that has to be resolved immediately. But another Taoiseach is rural one-stop planning, which is almost grinding to a halt. I have up to 10 people come to me weekly in West Cork, spending in some cases thousands of euros. Young people trying to get a start out in life, but every obstacle is put in front of them to block them from getting planning. It is not long ago I mentioned a young lady here in the Dáil who spent 10,000 on a West Cork island on the family farm to get planning, but to be turned down. I am not pointing the finger at planners, but I am pointing the finger at those who wrote the negative rural planning guidelines that are almost impossible to get through. Only a couple of weeks ago you put forward proposals for timber cabins, which I welcome. Will you now bring forward legislation to change rural planning guidelines immediately so to allow people from their own area to get planning in a fair and reasonable way?
You have raised a fair point. Although there are some planning commissions do get through in West Cork, as you acknowledge. But I think the guidelines do need some review, particularly people on farms and the children of farming communities, to maintain a sustainable community in certain areas, and particularly with improvements in technology and so on, and wastewater. But again, on the other side of the coin, if you have too much, we had what happened in Stormy Owen. You have lots of people in very remote areas bereft of services. And so it does create challenges as well for our communications system, for our electricity grid. So we can't ignore the implications of a sort of, I know you're not suggesting it, but if you had a free-for-all, you would have fairly significant challenges emerging fairly quickly after that.